open it up. Let's have Veerdas reply to these two women. Because you're obviously on the opposite end of the spectrum as far as what they've said.
Well, I am a man, so yes, yeah. Right, yeah. So, reply to what specifically?
Can we, before you start, can we have another mic here, please? Oh, Veer, you need to hand over your mic.
You asked me to
okay?
reply.
Because you're lapelled.
Can you hear me?
Yeah. No? Try again.
Can you hear me now? Yay. So, reply to what specifically in terms of the...
Well,
they're both taller than me, so you have to just, it's a dangerous position for me to be in.
Says a lot for the team dynamics.
I'm going to put Sonam in the mix first. Okay. Right there, because Sonam was making quite a few faces when you said that, girls think about fashion and how they dress for a man specifically. So, is that true, Sonam? Would you dress, because a man was a certain profession, you dress in a certain way?
A lot of my directors and PR people and all of them said that, you need to dress for men. You're always dressing for women. I think women usually dress for women. At least I do. I honestly, they're like, you need to be sexier. Maybe wear an Evalegere. And I'm like, I'm going to wear a Pratap kurta, which looks like a man's suit. You know what I mean? And I'm just, I think...
then I can turn around and say, why looking so skinny and tall and
yeah,
fat, right?
yeah. I was actually looking for Kali to say that. But it's true,
I agree with, I think we have something in common there whereby, women usually dress for women and men usually dress for women as well.
Yeah. I thought they dressed, it was a clean shirt.
We're trying to undress for women a lot more than we dress for women, but it just works out a different way.
I have to interject there because thanks to Air India, he was about to come undressed in his little chadis. Can you tell us about this?
Air India lost my bags, so I had to go to Emporio Mall. Is it Emporio Mall? Okay. Lots of fans. So yeah, I had to buy a shirt and I went to some salon and said, can I please use your sink to wash my face? So thank you very much to Emporio Mall for letting me buy a shirt and wash your face. Yeah, so I have this shirt and these shoes and no underwear, no socks, no deodorant, no nothing.
Are you single by any chance?
I'm dating somebody.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
With no underwear, no socks, no clothes.
I love the tone of surprise that you have. You have a girlfriend? Really? What? You mean somebody's dating you? Is she drunk?
Well, yes, after the description you've just given of what you're...
Well, she doesn't work for Air India. She's a regular girl.
Right, we're going to open it up to the audience. Hands up now. And there's a very eager girl there, right? Your question better be fun.
My name is Sonakshi. I have a question for Sonam Kapoor. I'm a big fan of yours and you look gorgeous as ever. But the question is, two little ones. Your straightforwardness has stirred a lot of questions for you in the media, in the industry, since you've come to the industry. What do you have to say about it? Personally, I love it. I just love it when you tweet right back at somebody. I just love it.
And the media loves it too, so no complaints there. But the thing is, I have no filter. I just say things. They just come from here and they just it's like vomiting. So it just happens.
Your sense of styling, amazing. I've watched Aisha over 20 times. It's such a cute movie.
Thank you.
But what does this fame and glamour mean to you?
I love it. I love dressing up. I love people loving me. I love loving people in just not what I meant there, but I think it's about being yourself in terms of clothes. I think because a lot of people go by the norms of what Bollywood is supposed to look like, the big blow-dried hair and the colored lenses and the really tight dresses and high heels. And I've said it before that when I came in, I didn't have the perfect 36, 24, 36. So I had to dress like a regular girl, and I think girls kind of reacted, and I wanted to be different. I wanted to be an individual. I don't want to lose myself. So I started dressing according to my dad, in old clothes, which was vintage. And he was like, "Ki purani phatte kapde kyun pehnti rehti ho?" So I was like, it's from the 1950s, Dad. So I dressed like that because that's how real women dress. And I pick up clothes from Fashion Street and I mix it up with high-end designers. It's just about being yourself, and people like when you're yourself and not some Barbie doll clone. I shouldn't have said that, right?
You're asking me, I also have no filter. Yes, the girl at the back there.
Hi Sonam.
Hi.
You look really, really pretty and I love you. Whatever you wear, you keep it classy and I love that.
Thank you.
I want to ask you 2 questions.
One question.
2 questions. 2.
Hurry up.
I won't take time, yeah. Right. Tall guys turn you on.
What?
Tall guys turn you on. You just said you love tall guys.
Yeah. Because I love tall. Yeah. The thing is, I love shoes. All girls love shoes, right? And I'm 5'9", and if I wear heels, I'm like 6'3". So unless the guy is like, oh my god, I'm like a rock star with a supermodel, which is not Indian man.
Okay. So my question is, will you date a guy who is not financially strong and tall, handsome?
My dad says I always pick up strays from the road, so yeah, I've only dated those kinds.
And my second question, define luxury.
Luxury?
Yeah.
Luxury is wearing couture like a pair of jeans. I think somebody really important said that. I don't remember who.
Okay, I am going to take another question, but before I do, put your hands down. Put your hands down. Think about your question because it has to be relating to the topic, which is, as much as we love our fashion, it is about love, casual love, relationship, commitment. So now raise your hands. Who's got a question about that? There.
Firstly, I would like to say, I love you, Sonam, so much. Now my question is, do you think we need to find a true love or leave it to the destiny?
I think, I don't leave anything to destiny. I would love to believe in destiny and you have everything written for you and you can just sit on your butt and nothing, you don't work hard or anything. But I think you need to find, that's why I date people, because you never know. So it's true. You never know who's going to be nice.
Can the other two answer this as well? Because I'm sure you don't all agree on the same thing.
No, after ladies first.
What was the question? The question is, will you wait for true love or do you believe in destiny?
No, I think like I said, I don't think you should wait for anything. I think life just should happen to you. You should just go out there, do your thing, and you'll meet the right person or the right people.
I think if I wait for true love, it'll be like Patna station, train aayega hi nahi, I'll just keep waiting. No, look, to me, love is not something very grand or very, that you have to, it's literally, smiling and having butter chicken together is my idea of love. You know what I mean? In terms of, it's...
That's really good. Watching TV, that...
So, if you find somebody you can do that with, they don't have to be hot or sexy or rich or tall or short. If they can get your jokes and have butter chicken with you, that's love. Right there. That's
Right. Do you believe in, and this is for all three of you, feel free to answer, do you believe in one Mr. Right, that there is a soulmate out there for you, or do you believe that there are many Mr. Rights at the right time, or Miss...
Yeah, there's no Mr. Rights for me. I'm 33 years old. I've probably been in love 165 times. I'd like to believe that they were all Mrs. Right and Miss Right.
Ooh, naughty boy.
I think it's right for you at certain times and then it's wrong for you at certain times and then it's right again. But it's not about the person. If it feels right, it's right, and if it doesn't feel right, it's wrong. You know what I mean? But there is no perfect package or formula for anybody. You just know it. Is what I think.
Huma?
Someone said once that, if sometimes you meet the right person but it's the wrong time, then it would never really work out. And I totally believe in that. That sometimes I feel you meet someone who's totally fabulous and great and gets your jokes and eats butter chicken with you and can watch TV with you for hours. But if it's not the right time for you, if you're not ready for the relationship, it's not going to happen.
So, or a person who does all that and is married.
Sorry?
And a person who does all that and happens to be married.
Absolutely, absolutely. So I think it's important for you to be ready for the relationship. I think, I think it's something to do with priority as well, that you should be able to find time for yourself, for work, for a relationship, and it's a balance of everything.
Yes, Ms. Kapoor.
It might be cliche, but I really believe in soulmates. I think I do. I know. It might be really, idealistic way of thinking, but I do believe in it. I do believe that two people are meant to be together, and that's why they are together.
Soulmate or mates?
One.
Just
person.
one. So have you met your soulmate?
If I had, I don't know if I would be sitting in. I wouldn't be saying, oh, I'm dating a lot of people and stuff like that. But I think I don't know if you know it. I don't know if it's like you know it when you know it, or after a couple of years you realize that, oh my God, it's what? I don't know. But I believe in the idea of it, I've grown up on Hindi movies, and I've grown up on books that believe in it. And my favorite film is Unbearable Lightness of Being. Book is Unbearable Lightness of Being. So that was about, love, about he couldn't commit to anybody, and then this one person comes along and he has no choice but to commit to that person.
So you're waiting for this to happen?
I am waiting for this to happen. Yeah.
Now, because all three of you are in the public eye, does it get more difficult to be honest about your relationships as well? Do you keep them under wraps for a while to protect them in a certain sense?
I think my problem is sort of the tough thing with being a stand-up comedian and being in a relationship is that you're too honest about your relationships. Your material comes from your relationship. But so I mean, being a stand-up comic and then being in a relationship, I think humor is possibly the best tool and the most honest tool you can have in a relationship. There's nothing like when your girlfriend is mad at you, to have the ability to make her laugh is the most wonderful gift in the world, because it ends the fight so by virtue of that, I think I'm able to be very, very honest in my relationship, because that's what comedy is. It's basically telling the truth. So it's basically saying, ha, you're mad at me, but there's dal on your blouse or something like, and then the fight's over right there.
I would kill you.
Yeah.
I would kill you if I'm mad at you and you say there's dal on my blouse.
Girls, you do this thing because you want to stay mad at us, and then when we make you laugh, you get mad at yourself because you can't stay mad at us.
No! I'm mad at you because I'm mad at you for X, Y, and Z, not because you're making me laugh. Am I going to forget that I'm mad at you?
But if you laugh, life's too short, fight's over, done.
I can see the men clapping and the women sort of fuming, But what would happen, as you say, that because you're a stand-up comic, that your girl is mad at you, and you take that as material on stage? Would she get madder at you?
I don't always tell them it's going to happen. So there's always this. Like if I'm dating a girl, I love that moment where she's sitting in the audience and everybody's laughing, and she's like, "Oh shit, he's talking about me." And then there's that moment of realization. That's always fun. But no, if a rock musician writes a song for a girl, or a classical musician composes a symphony for you, if I love you, I wrote a joke about you. That's my way of showing my love. You know what I mean? So.
Huh? Okay, right on top there. The guy who's almost going to jump from there. The one with the scarf. Give him a mic before he jumps. Come on.
Sonam.
Hi.
Someone hold on to him.
So, first of all, I'm tall and I'm a fashion student, so I think we'll be great. Could you please marry me?
I don't have my glasses or my lenses on. I can't see beyond the yellow stage, but
Please,
I'm sure
I can come and please just touch you, please. Okay.
Blow him a kiss. Go on.
Okay. My year is done. Okay, so I just have one question which I want both Sonam and V to answer. So
Are you standing on a chair, or are you actually that tall?
No, I am that tall.
Oh my God, amazing.
So
well done.
I love that.
You just made my day. Okay, the question is, because we were talking about soulmates, so the question is that, should you date the one who thinks that you are their soulmate, or should I date the one who I believe is my soulmate? So because the question goes vice versa, because I mean, I already
oh my God, that's so scary, this question.
Because, I mean, sometimes you feel that, you get a proposal or someone likes you and tells you, and they have been just waiting for you for so long, but then you realize that you have been in the same place and waiting for someone else for that long, and it's been for like really, really long, but then you don't understand which way to go.
Okay, let her answer now.
Honestly speaking, I mean, even though I love being agony aunt a lot, this is like a really, the question is, they say, if you love someone, you let them go, no matter how corny or awful it sounds. And if they really love you, they'll fly back. They'll come back to you. And if it's meant to be, it's meant to be. Even though you have to work at relationships and maybe you need to convince the person, but after a while, it's not worth the pain and the anger, and you just ruin whatever little bit you've always had. So I think if there's that kind of confusion, then it's obviously not meant to be.
And what's a quick fix for a broken heart?
Food, I would say, but no. Yeah.
What would you say is a quick fix for a broken heart, Homa?
I'll have to agree with Sonam. I think it's food, definitely, for one. Company of good friends. And maybe like a nice long trip somewhere.
Drinking.
And the same answer from Veer.
What?
Same question for Veer. Yeah.
Acha, the one you asked Sonam?
Yeah.
About the soulmate and...
Yeah.
Okay, now sit down, please.
Because I wanted,
sit down. Yeah.
You just stop thinking and kiss the girl, is what I feel like.
I like it.
So are you my soulmate? And just kiss the girl.
I have a question.
What would be your quick fix for a broken heart?
My quick fix, double mutton, single egg tikka roll from Nizam.
So I see a theme here. It's definitely food for a broken heart, right? We all agree. So, okay, since you've been putting your hand up non-stop, go for it.
Excuse me?
It better be a good question.
Yeah, I have 2 questions.
One.
No, 2, please.
One. Choose it.
Okay, I'll ask, I have been hearing this, that, the more happy you are from outside, the more upset you are from inside. And since Veer Das is a stand-up comedian, so have you always been a Veer Das, or have you ever been a Devdas also?
Love it.
Veer Das, Devdas, Surdas, Kalidas, all of... No, look, it's a very fashionable thing to say that, comedians are very dark inside. Look, my job is I wake up every day and I get on a stage and 1,000 people to 3,000 people laugh at me. That's what I do for a living every day. Now I'll tell you something. It doesn't matter how bad your day is. It doesn't matter what your personal problems are. It doesn't matter, how tough your life is. To get that much joy from 300 people will make it all go away. Alright? You feel like the best person in the world. Since I started doing this for a living, I've been, the audience does more for you than you do for the audience on any day. So I've been happier since I started this job than I've ever been in my life. Yeah.
Okay, I have a question for all three of you. Whoever wants to answer first. You really, really love this girl or boy, right? And you have one chance to woo him or her. What would you do? You don't have much time on your hand, okay? She or he is about to catch that train in the Hindi movie style.
I think they want you to answer, Sonam.
I would love for you to answer this question because I don't know what I would do.
And this is one thing, only one thing I can do.
This is your soulmate. This is your only chance.
Can I go with what Veer said about just grabbing the guy and kissing him? I think it would just work.
You would do what?
Kiss the person.
Oh.
Like the magical kiss.
Ooh. Okay.
Yeah, I'm very filmy.
Okay, I'll tell you something that I actually did. Alright, so I was, I think my first actual date, and I'm convinced this girl is my soulmate. I invited her to Appu Ghar.
Okay, age.
So,
how
then
old?
I said, I was like 13, 14, alright, so I said, okay, we'll go on the Bhoot Bangla, alright, you know that, right? But like I didn't want to seem like a pansy in front of her, so I did one recce ride before she came there, like just to see ki kahan se aa raha hai, so that, you know, during the ride I can be like, ha, I'm not scared at all, it's fine, and, you know. And, you know, I thought being very macho and very this thing, but straight after that, you kind of stumble through sort of a, I like you and will you please go out with me again, and so, I honestly think like, just, that's what I do even now, is I like you and please go out with me again. And like, the sheer honesty, and I'm terrible at it when I'll stumble through it, but I'll get
it works?
It works, yeah. I think women like honesty, that they do, yeah.
Sonam.
With me, honestly speaking, it's going to sound really immodest, but I've never gone up to a guy and said anything to them. But if I had to, I would just say, you know, dude, let's go out, you know. What else do you say? I would be like the worst person to ask.
No, Sonam, I'm about to catch the train.
Okay.
It's the love of your life, your soulmate, the one that you were looking for, Mr. Darcy. He's about to catch the train.
Yeah, you know, the thing is, I mean, I've grown up with 6 brothers, so I say things like dude and like, you know, I'm like that, bro. Yeah, I can't. No, but I would be like, okay, like, you know, I really, really love you, I like you, or whatever, and let's just don't go on that train. Just stay with me.
He's taking the train.
Yeah.
Is he not? He's taking that train.
No, I'm a fun person. I'm a fun person.
So, Mr. Darcy, I'm a fun person. Don't take the train.
Yeah, don't do that. You know, it's like he said, it's about being honest and being yourself. So I can't be like all flowers. And, you know, I'm this like really feminine, pretty girl. Sakina from Savaria is not that. You know, it's not. I'm not going to walk in beat and stuff like that. So I want the guy to know that, you know, I like to sit and he just needs to know me, and I don't think that happens in an instant.
So you'd grab him and
I'd grab him and say that if you want to know me, then stay back. If you don't, then you're going to miss a really fun roller coaster ride. You know?
I give you that.
Yeah, thank you.
I give you that. Okay, question. Here, the girl in front. I'm coming there.
Hi Sonam, I love you. I love you shouting here like a maniac forever. Anyways, I want to know if your notion for love has changed before fame or after it.
You know, I've started believing more in love after whatever this is called happened. Because I was in a crazy destructive relationship before that, and like I said, I forgave him when he cheated and all of that. And then after that I realized that, like whom I said, I would really, now if anybody cheated on me, I'd chop balls off. You know what I mean? But, I honestly believe that once you get a sense of self-worth and self-confidence and know who you are and what kind of person you are, you're like, dude, I'm too good for you. And, a person who loves you will be like, yeah, she is too good for me, so I better treat her right. You know what I mean? And I think that, Totally understand? I think all girls should say that. We're too good for all the men. Yeah.
Okay, we're completely and totally out of time. Can we please have a loud round of applause for Veerna, Hema Qureshi and Sonam Kapoor.
Could I please request Mr. Ashish Bagga, CEO of the India Today Group, to please come on stage and give our guests a token of appreciation.
A big hand, ladies and gentlemen. A quick photo opportunity. Can we just get a quick photo opportunity right there?